What's up, world? There's probably will be experiments with Diet Coke and mentos. This is October 288, English composition 2, and our darling professor.
Neil,
Yep,
you're going to record this. Can you
exactly.
download it onto YouTube?
Sure,
Okay, you'll record it down on YouTube tonight, and then the class will have it.
no problem.
Closer. I'm not going to open it up yet. So, no, just one person. Just one person. One person's going. Come on over here. So,
That's gonna be
you
interesting.
saw the wonderful fountain that the EP brothers are able to put, the EP production folks are able to put together. We'll watch a few more of those in the coming days. So you're going to be writing a paper, part one, again, 4-part paper. This time it's going to be under what's called the Council of Science Editors, CSE, not APA. But the two are really darn similar, which is good. So you'll have a chance to make revisions from what you did for the APA paper for the CSE paper. And because you'll have an abstract again and what have you. Part one this time will be the experiment that I'm doing. Part two, analysis. Part three, you're going to do an experiment. And you're going to try it with different liquids than what I'm doing today. And with more Mentos or less Mentos, or with different candy, Pop Rocks, Alka-Seltzer. But you're going to... Daniil. Thanks. So you're going to be trying it out on different... with different variables, to use scientific language. So, to begin with, let's talk about the Diet Coke. And what is Diet Coke and what is Diet Coke made of? Chris, come on here. Here are the ingredients of a Diet Coke. Ready? Read them out loud for everyone to hear.
Carbonated water, caramel color,
Aspartame,
phosphoric acid, potassium,
benzoate.
benzoate, natural flavors, citric acid, and caffeine.
Cool. All right. So, I'm doing it today with Diet Coke with aspartame. What else does Diet Coke come with? Anyone know? Splenda. All right. So, I've not done this experiment with Splenda. I don't know if it will have the same reaction or no reaction at all. Try it with Coke. Try it with Coke Zero. Try it with Diet Pepsi. Try it with Pepsi. Try it with Diet Dr. Pepper. See if it's the dark caramel color that does it. Or try it with something clear like 7-Up, Mist, Mountain Dew, cream soda, ginger ale. See if it does it with tonic water. Now, this is room temperature. Is this room temperature? All right, so this is room temp. What happens if I were to chill it? What happens if I took the liquid here and poured it into a big bowl and put it in the microwave and warmed it up? Would it kill the carbon that's in there? Because if I shake it just a little bit, it gets a reaction, right? So what's the reaction here that's going on? And can you hear it if I go ahead and release this just a little bit? Will you hear what's making pressure? But pressure of what? Is that carbon dioxide? So is that what carbonation is? Yes? Did you hear that? All right. So what's causing that sound? All right. So just think about it. So dark caramel color, Diet Coke, aspartame. We're not using Splenda. So think about other liquids you might want to do. For example, I've had students do this with beer. I've had students do this with champagne. I've had students do this with orange juice, orangeade, root beer. So try different liquids and see if you get any kind of reaction. What happens, and I've not done this, I've not really shaken this aggressively, but if you shake this aggressively, what kind of reaction will you get? Okay? Well, will it burst? Because the next thing that I'm going to ask is about the candy, the Mentos. If you tried it at a different elevation, say we were up on the top of Mount Mitchell here in North Carolina, or if I tried it at sea level, or is this sea level? So does altitude affect it? Does freezing it affect it? If I freeze it for the night, then take it out, will it? Will that change the composition of it? For example, if I put a can of Diet Coke into the freezer and I forget that it's in there, what happens? It will. The can gets all kind of weird, right? Right, it pushes out. Is that right? That's because the carbon dioxide has frozen. Is that right? Well, check that out and see what's happening.
How many experiments do you want us to do?
Well, you do as many as you want, but at least one more experiment, but not using Diet Coke and Mentos. One Diet Coke and one Mint Mentos. You have to try something different.
So we gotta use different candy too?
Well, try something. The idea here is an experiment. So one of the variables needs to be maybe a little different. So for example, we're using room temp, so freeze it, make it cold. We're using a whichever one you want to choose, Kiana. If you want to change the candy or the drink, or change both, just to see what happens. Now I need someone who's around 5 foot tall. Anisha, are you around 5 foot? Come on up here. So Anisha is going to be my ruler today. One Mint Mentos, that hits you about right there. That's around a foot, right? Is that right? About there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How high do you think one Mint Mentos will kick this plume up?
Oh, to her knee.
To her knee? Okay. We're now going to join in. We're now going. Okay. We're now doing hypotheses. Kimberly Thompson, what is the hypothesis? An educated guess, right? So we're educated, right? Now, I'm not using a ruler, but you can use a ruler to be sure that you did it. I had one student who got it up to 20 feet. He dropped in 5 or 6 Mint Mentos. So, and he had to use a ruler in order, he did a YouTube clip and all that stuff. So, however many feet you think it could be, how many think it'll go 2 feet? Raise your hand. 1 foot. 1. 1 foot? 2 feet. 2 feet? 3 feet.
With just one.
Anyone?
Might just ooze out.
You think it's just going to ooze out?
I'm pretty sure it will be higher than you,
You think
Professor.
what?
It will be higher than you.
Higher than her knee?
No, higher than you.
Oh, you think it's going to go higher
Yeah.
than mine?
But he said you just gonna drop one.
We're just going to put 1 in.
You might just ooze out.
Okay? Bree. Bria, come here. All right, Bria, I'm going to put the Mint Mentos in your hand. Tell me if it's hard or soft. It's hard. Is it smooth? It's really smooth to the touch, right? Would you read out loud so Daniil can hear you? What is the Mint Mentos made out of?
Sugar, wheat glucose syrup, hydrogenated coconut oil, rich starch, rice starch, natural flavors, gum, what is that? Arabic, sucrose, esters of fatty acids, gliadin gum, corn,
Caramel. Oh, Canaba.
canaba wax, beeswax.
Got it? All right. So do it feel smooth to the touch? Is it hard?
Yeah.
Or is it squishy like, it's not soft, is it? No. Okay. So now the question is, what's causing the reaction? Is the reaction going to be caused because of what's on the pill or on the Mint Mentos? Or is it because of the soda? Second, you think both? Okay. Everyone think both or one or the other?
Both exactly.
You think it's just going to be the soda?
No, you can.
So Latoya, when she drops it in, when Bria drops it in there, is it going to dissolve instantly at all, or will there be any residue left of the Mint Mentos?
It's gonna be dissolved because it's a lot of content.
You think it's going to all be dissolved because
By
of
the time it hit the bottom.
by the time it hits the bottom? When does the reaction begin? Does the reaction begin at the top or the bottom? You think it begins at the middle? You think when? As soon as it touches? How many think it starts at the top? How many think it starts at the bottom? How many think it starts in the middle? Okay. And what is the reaction made out of? What is the reaction made out of? It's carbonated water. What's the gas called that we're seeing? Carbon dioxide is creating that reaction. Yes. Okay. You ready?
Wait, how would you know unless you have like it does it in the top, the middle, or the bottom unless you put a string on it?
Well, if we put a string on it, that would help us figure that out, right? That, and you'll also have. Daniil is going to go ahead and copy this off, so I'll be able to send that to you, and you'll be able to see that. All right?
We just gotta watch it. We just gotta watch it closely.
Yeah, we're putting a string on. He's suggesting put a string on the Mentos. That's your experiment.
How you gonna know if it goes to the middle or not?
Drop it. It's going to eventually go to the middle.
Okay, I need a taste tester. Who likes Diet Coke?
I like Diet Coke.
Come here. What's that sound? What was that sound?
Carbonation.
Carbonation. Okay. Carbon dioxide was escaping. Is that right? So you're going to do my pre-test.
Really
and
brave
post-test.
girl.
All right. Let me know how it tastes. Go. Okay, that's good. Does it taste like Diet Coke? Yes? All right. Because you're going to taste it after she drops the mint in. Okay? All right. Hold on. Now, Tanisha, stand right here. Okay. All right. So, taste. How many think the taste is going to be different after we put the Mentos in?
I think it's going to lose the carbonation.
Oh, we gotta say that too. And she
Nah,
gotta
it's
she
gonna
gonna
taste the
taste it
same.
afterwards.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Taste the
This is my
same.
taste.
Oh, she like, oh, I'm thirsty.
Okay. You ready?
She mad thirsty.
All right. Any other questions? So this is going to be part one. Part one, you're going to talk about the experiment. And having read your papers and graded your papers, remember, this is second or third person. That is not that we did this. Dr. Webb-Mitchell's class did this experiment. All right. That class, them, they're, those. That's second, third person. All right. Got it? You ready? Breathe. Okay, on the count of three.
I don't know what way this is going to fly.
It's gonna fall over.
One. No, you have to.
Oh, she gonna throw it. She thinks she got aim like
3 point.
You'll be fine.
It takes a
1,
while.
2, 3,
See, it was
4,
the middle.
5.
It went to the middle.
Where do you think I got to, Alicia?
Because
you put like 4 of them in there.
So was that called gas? in
So
your
when
body?
you show it, figure out if it went mid-thigh because you got her in perspective. Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So.
That's nice.
Let's
And
see.
it changed the soda
Kim
to
Nook,
just food.
how much of the Diet Coke do you think was displaced?
I want to say a good third of it.
So we basically a third of it or 2/3 of it.
I don't really know until the
Almost a third of it was already taken off
It's still
Okay.
from what you drunk it.
All right. Brandon, do you think the tablet's still in there? Yes or no?
No. Well, no, I see it. Yeah, it's in there.
He said, well, yeah, I see it.
No, you don't see
Where is it?
It's right
Yes.
Right there at the bottom.
Still here.
Okay, so it's still there.
It's at the bottom, tweaking.
John A., if I put another tablet in there, another Mentos, will there still be any reaction?
Yeah.
Try it and see.
Well,
I think
that's an experiment for you all to see, okay?
Oh,
I'm
it is
trying
in
to
the
give
same
something
part.
to do.
Now, let me just give you a little FYI. I found Mentos at the little student store, the side of Pearson, student store, and I found it at Target. Okay, I cannot find it at Food Lion, Walmart, Kmart. I cannot find it at Piggly Wiggly, IGA. I cannot find it. So
What, Mentos?
can't find it.
I don't got
Rite Aid. So I'm telling you where to go.
You
It
said you
is
couldn't find Mentos in?
go to Target. Yeah, just well try. But don't be surprised. They're very hard to find. I found
Guess
it.
it's the stores we go to.
This is all these stores that I went to. All right. One more thing. I need Latard to taste it again to see how it tastes.
It's gonna taste like the Mentos.
You don't got to tell her twice. She was going to taste it.
Just spit it out.
It's flat, ain't it?
Very flat. It's like old soda.
Okay, so
Yeah, it ain't no good.
that's good. That's good.
She
Great.
mad. She
Thanks.
still want to drink it though.
Put this on some ice to put some lemon in it.
Take it home.
Oh, thank you.
Let's go. Back up to the class. We're done.
Flat coat. But flat soda is just as good still as that. It ain't the purpose of the diet.
I drink diet Coke, but it's diet and flat.
So what is your
We're all
perception?
done.
What is your perception of this experiment?
What is my expectation? That students will learn the deep science that goes into Diet Coke and Mentos experiments. Period. Turn it off.